And right now, Vice President Mike Pence just touching down in Houston. You are looking at a live picture of his motorcade as he leaves Hobby Airport, where he arrived just moments ago. Tonight, he'll be attending a fundraiser downtown. Tomorrow, he visits the Johnson Space Center to talk about the future of human space exploration.
And earlier today, the Vice President revisiting South Texas, meeting with FEMA workers, volunteers, and community members who are still rebuilding nearly a year later. He also returns to the First Baptist Church of Rockport. Of course, that was badly damaged during Hurricane Harvey.
I'm here on behalf of President Trump simply to review the progress that we've made, but also to assure you that we are going to stay with you in this community until Rockport, until all of Texas impacted by this hurricane come back bigger and better than ever before.
Much more from the Vice President's visit to Texas coming up on KHOU 11 News and KHOU.com.